Revenge. I think before, I think all he had to do was just finish a little bit stronger. He did really good in the fight, but the last 2 to 3 rounds, he kind of let his foot off the gas, and I think he know that.
I think it'll be revenge. I think Bivol can look at that fight and think where he could have, he fought in spells. I scored it to a Beterbiev. Just felt he was more consistent. Feel like if Bivol had have pressed it a little bit more, because he was pressing it in bursts, but then he was going off. He was taking long breathers, and it wasn't like he was tired. He probably thought he was in control and winning. Whereas you have to win when you're in when you're in an undisputed fight. You have to win as many seconds of every round as possible. And I think he'll look at that and think, I can beat this guy. And I think once again it might favour the fresher man.
Good fights than both my friends, and I like Beterbiev as well. He's a Muslim brother, but I like Bivol. I know Bivol more personal. He's more of a personal friend. So if I was to pick someone, I'd rather go for my friend. Nothing against Beterbiev. He's a great champion. He's a Muslim brother as well. But what a fight that was.
I picked Beterbiev for the first fight. I know there's a wee bit of controversy. Well, there wasn't really. I thought the right man won the fight. I thought Beterbiev won the fight. But it was very, very close. But in the rematch, I think Bivol wins the rematch. Yeah.
I love this. I can't wait. Get me on that plane. I've just had my flights booked the other day, straight from Catterall, Barbosa in Manchester. Another one, don't miss that. It's a brilliant fight, really, really great fight. But that show is, we've spoken about it since it was announced. What a card. It really is a special, special card. I thought Bivol won the first fight, and I think he'll win this fight. Having said that, I believe when I look back at that fight, and I've watched it a couple of times since, still believe Bivol won in a close fight. I felt out of the two, Beterbiev could have done more. I think he could have started quicker and kept going and put more of a dent in Bivol, who we see in the last couple of rounds felt the pace, didn't he? Felt the presence of Beterbiev and started to fade a little, and Beterbiev finished the fight strong. So I think he can be busier. He can start a lot quicker. Having said that, again, he's just turned 40. He's no spring chicken, and this starts to take its toll on you. The training camps, the fights, the pressure, the build-ups, it all really does. The shots that you've taken in sparring and on fight night, your resistance starts to fade ever so slightly, and it becomes very, very difficult. At some point, that's going to happen to Beterbiev. We're starting to see it already. Is the decline started to happen? It's a great fight, but a fight where I believe it's going to be another really, really close one, but I favour Bivol.
I think it was an unbelievable fight, but you know what? I think Bivol, he wasn't like the first 4 rounds. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe Beterbiev won the fight. After the first 4 rounds, obviously it's a 12-round fight, but I think Bivol has got the brain and the sort of toughness to turn that job over. I really do. I had Beterbiev, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it nowadays. Beterbiev, yeah. So I had him picked for the first fight, and I think he did fantastic. Once he grew into the fight, he's a really difficult force. But tactically and with a lot of stubbornness and physicality, I think it's a 50-50. But if they box 10 times, I think it could be a 5-5 sort of thing. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going to say Bivol beats him. I reckon close again, Bivol beats him.
Repeat, and a more convincing repeat this time.
Yeah, I think it goes the same way. I think it's a tremendous fight. I think we're going to go straight into it round 13, but I fancy Bivol.
I feel like at that level, when there's a fine line between winning and losing, it's going to be a very similar fight. They're both going to come pretty much the same, and it'll be the same type of fight, and it'll be as close as it was last time, but I feel like Bivol will nick it this time.
Revenge. I think he knows what he needs to do now, and I think Bivol. I think it'll be. A lot of people thought he won. I didn't. I personally, I didn't. I thought maybe 1 round to Beterbiev. but I think it'll be a comfortable win for Bivol this time around.
Well, I backed Beterbiev all the way last time, and I thought he won the fight still. The adjustments, Bivol knows the strength and power, not that he didn't already know. Maybe the fight's just got to pick up where it left up with Beterbiev with that momentum, or can Bivol adjust and keep the excellent work that he did late on into the later rounds to secure the points victory?
I think it's revenge. I think Bivol beats Beterbiev on points. I think Bivol has room to grow from the last fight, whereas Beterbiev doesn't. I think we see Beterbiev showed you he's got pace. The pace he worked at is the pace that he stays at. He ain't going to change. He's not going to change anything else, or can't change anything else about that style. So Bivol's got to make sure he takes the pace, he brings it up and down, and if he does that, he gets the win. So I think we get a different outcome for the next fight.
Artur have a clear measure of who is Bivol, like he exchanged with him. And it's also true for Bivol's side. Like they have a little bit move and box for a couple of rounds with Artur, and they have more information. I think that both information from both camps will bring the next fight even one step ahead.
I know you won't want to reveal too much because you have to prepare for the same opponent now, but were there things which Dmitry did which surprised you, which surprised Artur, or was it similar to what you expected, but it just kind of, the way the fight unfolded is how it went?
But let's say 90% of what we expect was exactly what we expect. But the thing is, maybe we were a little bit surprised about his lateral movement. Like we all know that he's very good to control distance from in and out in a straight line, but he was a little bit better than we expect from side to side. And but this is not major stuff. This is not a major surprise for us. Like we already know that he was a good champion, a good boxer, and that was a good challenge for her team. It's always important. Like if you look in the past, that was always a part of Artur Beterbiev, like mixing not only body, but body is very important too. Like it's a big part of boxing. Going to the body, going to the head, try to mix those punch, of course. Like you say, couple of last year, we was doing a fighter here for many different reasons that we had, but we feel not only for the fight, but also in the training. Like we have a momentum. We have a point, like we recuperate Artur not from zero, but he's coming back from a fight. We're going back to the gym. We keep working on the little details that we want to improve, and we see Artur keep improve as a boxer. And it's great because we always in the past was like good performance, and now out and for injury or some stuff like this, and come back and have to redo again and again. Now we just recuperate from fight to fight. It's good momentum right now.
They're both fantastic fighters. I think if you're going to push me, look, it was close as hell last time. You're going to push me off a cliff. I think, I don't know. Maybe I'd lean towards Beterbiev because he won the last one, and his experience and power. So maybe I'd lean towards him. But it just depends what the judges like.
You've got the edge over him because you've already beat him once. Do you feel like he knows that you've got the mental edge over him?
It's different things. Like mentally, you need to be focused.
Are you going to change an awful lot, or is it just small changes in this fight that you need to do?
We need change enough for a win.
With a little bit more pressure, that you can force a stoppage?
We'll see, I don't know. I can't say that.
Artur, for you, what did Dmitry do in the first fight that surprised you?
He did not surprise me, but he did good job,
Of course, I will change something. I will be more focused. I will work more hard to do much more better. And about him, I don't want to talk too much what I learned, but I learned something, of course. I just need to be better in all points. Move better, throwing more punches, harder punches, everything better. It just, I don't know how to explain it. Just, I need to get it and then I will explain. I don't have it, but of course it's sitting in my head, this task which I need to deal with.